What do your clients find?
Well, it's interesting because I think often you think we've got to do it the same way that everyone else has always done it, that we can't do it a different way. But if you think about your business, you can do something quite strategic and quite different in the business. And I mean, one of the sort of the very well-known stories, and it's a business much larger than any of us, but in the early 90s, Dell was doing very badly. They had no cash, and basically they got a new CFO, and they changed the way that they ran their business. And you had to pay up front before you got your computer made for you. And so their cash cycle went from, so a cash cycle is where you have to pay money out first, and how many days it is before you finally get your money back in again. And that can be, that can be huge. That can be 180 days, which you've got to finance. Well, they moved theirs from sort of nearly 100 days to sort of minus 23 days. So basically, customers were paying all the working capital in the business. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's all right, because that's Dell, huge business. Well, there's a business I know, it's actually in the States, because it's a very clever little thing they did, and it's sort of the sort of thing that if you do it, you don't want to tell everybody else you're doing this. But a little
just
company, but I'll tell you this one because it's in America, it doesn't matter. But they sold bird seed. Like it was a little, they're out in the country somewhere, and they sold bird seed. And one of the big sort of supermarkets came and set up near them and also sold bird seed. And the supermarket could buy the bird seed for a lot less than this little bird seed company. So the birdseed company nearly went out of business, thinking, what are we going to do? And what they did is they talked to their customers and said, look, the only way that we can get our birdseed costs down is if you will all, so club together, we all can pay up front. Then if we pay up front, we'll get a big discount. But what we'll do is you don't have to take your birdseed, because nobody actually wanted all their birdseed for a year up front, because where you're going to store it and you're going to get vermin and stuff. And we'll store it for you. And the thing about, and especially for small businesses, you get very, very loyal customers. And so the customers thought, well, yes, we'll do that. And it absolutely revolutionized this business. They got all, for all their birdseed, they got the payment up front. They were able to sell cheaper birdseed. They stored the birdseed. What they did was quite clever. You see, they stored this birdseed at the back of their shop. So everybody, when they came to pick up their birdseed, had to walk through the rest of the shop first, and then especially, us women, we can't stop buying something else on the way through. So they would get people coming to the shop quite often.
Even when you're buying birdseed?
Even birdseed, apparently.
You're a very different breed.
Even birdseed. I don't have any birds. But it changed their business. But what it said was, even a very, very small business can do something very different with how to run their business, and basically get somebody else to fund it for you, get somebody else's money to work for you in the business.
That's a very, very clever idea.